Hi, how are you today? We are going to do a mini makeover for our Cavalier King Charles Spaniels. And today I have a new model for you, and this is Bri Bri. Bri Bri is probably the most camera shy. She's our nervous Nellie, but she is excited to be the one modeling today, and you just can't tell. So I've got a couple more dogs milling around because they want to get in on the action because they know they get a huge treat when they're done with getting their mini makeovers. So I do mini makeovers usually 7 or so days after I've done a true grooming of them. And that's just because when you wash them too much, it really is hard on their skin and they can get itchy. Right now we're in winter times, definitely not a good time to be overwashing. And I don't typically wash my dogs if the temperatures outside are lower than 40 degrees. So we have a nice balmy 40 degrees today. We'll be grooming the 3 Cavalier King Charles Spaniels today. I'll speed this up a little bit, but I want you to be able to see it, at least on Bri Bri, what this involves. Whereas in a full grooming, I would fill up the sink probably 2 or 3 inches to let their feet soak. With the mini makeover, I don't fill it. I just leave it empty, and I'm just going to focus on their feet, on their faces, these ears that seem to get into everything, and then their private parts as well. So it's very quick, but I start, unlike the grooming, I'll start with their faces because I use baby washcloths. These are nice and soft, so if I wipe their eyes, then it doesn't bother them. And I start with their faces so that I don't get anything yucky in their eyes. I'll work on their feet, and then I'll work on their bums and their private parts, and let's get started. So I've already put some, as you guys know, I use Fluff Off shampoo, and it's de-shedding shampoo and the de-shedding conditioner. For today, I only need the shampoo. Because it's concentrated, I put it in this bottle with water. So this is already pre-done. I use a little bit of warm water just so that I don't shock the little puppies. Yes, they're a little bit spoiled, but we gotta spoil them, right? They're too precious not to. I am going to put Molly in the bathtub. I always keep an arm on her, especially because she's a newer Cavalier for us. We've had her a little over a year. But she's just a little bit more of a wild card for me. With my Cavaliers, I'm always very careful. I don't want somebody to inadvertently fall off the counter or anything like that. I always have an arm on one of them. So I'm going to turn on this water. Hopefully it's not too loud for you guys. Get that to a nice temperature. What do you think, Bri Bri? All right, looks like it's good. So we'll put Bri Bri in. Okay, pull the feet in. There we go. All right, so as I said, I have my little washcloth here. I'm going to start with her face. Whew. I will put a little bit onto the washcloth, and let's get these eyes a little bit started with some water. Good girl. Bri Bri has probably the dirtiest eyes of our Cavaliers. So I'll show another video where I do even a more mini of a makeover, where I will use some saline solution. But I definitely want to start with these eyes because by the time we're done, this washcloth will be a little bit dirty. There we go, boopy. So again, I just gently put this over her eyes. I'm not trying to drench her, so just trying to keep it to her face. Being a very good girl. Okay, and I just wait until the washcloth is really, really nice and clean. Yeah, you got some dirty eyes, girl. It's my birthday, though I've been kind of at Valentine's Day parties, my birthday, so I didn't clean her eyes the last couple of days, and you can tell, huh? Just feel a little bit better when you get all those yuckies out. Eye yuckies. That's good for her eyes. I think that she's just about done. I just want to wipe off any extra. Okay. And with their ears, I'm just going to try and get to the bottom of her ears. I'm gonna try and move her over, which is not all that comfortable for her. I'm just gonna rinse the very bottom of her ears and put a little bit of soap on them. Their ears just seem to get into everything. I just want to get them a little bit cleaned off. Again, my goal is not to soak them, so we're gonna try and keep this least bit of drowning we can do. All right, I'll try and do this and bring it around. There you go, good girl. Okay. A little bit harder to do when we're on camera, huh, Bri Bri? All right, and just rinse that out. And then I'm going to do her feet. So just the front parts of her feet that touch the ground get all dirty. These Cavaliers don't like to go outside all that much, so I don't worry too much about them having tons and tons of dirt on them. They are definitely inside dogs. They like to be on someone's lap. They really don't want to be running around outside. At least ours are pretty much inside dogs. I'll do her back paws now. She and Charlie both have what we call a thumper foot, where it's got like a reflex where it's always pulling, and this is her thumper foot. So it just kind of naturally tries to pull out of my hands. I'm just going to turn her a little bit so I can get to her other paws. Sorry, sweetie. You're doing such a good job. Yeah, doing such a good job. And then her last foot back here. I'm careful with Bri Bri's feet. She's got luxating patellas, so I don't want to inadvertently pull one out of its position. So I'm very careful with her feet, kind of do them where they are resting with her. Last thing I want to do is her private parts. So I'm going to put a little bit of soap on here, and then I'll just kind of wash her bottom. Whoops, watch out, girl, you're going to fall into the drain. And so we'll just kind of wash this and wash underneath her. And then I do wash their tails. I guess I forgot to mention that earlier, but the tail touches the ground too. So we definitely want to get to anything that's touching the ground. I'll just rinse off this tail, rinse off her bottom. Good girl. Rinse off underneath her. And now I am going to make sure that I thoroughly dry her so that she isn't wet when she's going outside. She did a really nice job, huh, Bri Bri? Good job, sweetie. Good job. Yes, you did such a good job. And my other Cavaliers at my feet, waiting for their turn. Everybody likes to have their treats, and they know that they're going to get good treats if they're such good girls and good boys. So those of you that don't know, I have 3 King Charles Cavalier, I always say it wrong, Cavalier King Charles Spaniels. If you would like to meet them all and learn a little bit more about their stories, I have a video called Meet the Cavaliers, and I'll link it above here. It's also be in the comments below, so whichever you prefer. So now I'm just going to make sure that Bri Bri is as dry as I can get her. I try not to pull out the blow dryer, the pet blow dryer that I used last time. If you'd like to see the full video of how I do a full grooming for these Cavaliers, I will also link that above here so that you can see that. And I'll link it in the comments as well if you're watching this on the television or can't see that link. We got her face nice and clean. Her eyes are nice and clean. She's got some nice ears. Yeah, good job, Bri Bri. Yeah, good job. And so she's not, I mean, she's got a couple drips on here, but her main part of her is not wet, so she can dry off relatively quickly because it's not down to her skin or anything like that. And I'm just gonna make sure her paws are nice and dry. This would be a day that I would normally also Dremel their nails. I use a Dremel because my dogs are very dramatic, and if I try and clip them, they all kind of go, ee! So it freaks me out, freaks them out. So I've resorted to just the Dremel, and I have a safety mechanism on the Dremel, and that works really well. I'll put a video out of me Dremeling their nails. I do the big dogs as well. I was doing it for a while at my vet, and it used to be fairly inexpensive, but I do have 5 dogs. And now it's up to like $24 a dog. It takes literally like 30 seconds for them to clip their nails. They don't even Dremel them. So I said, you know what, Jennifer, you've got to figure out a better way, because that is entirely too expensive when you got 5 dogs. And I like to get their nails done like every 3 or 4 weeks. Now that I do it myself, I'm definitely doing it every 3 to 4 weeks. That way I don't have to get them overly short because I'm doing it so often. And I Dremel it around so that they the quick can go back a little bit more. So I don't really have any issues with the Dremeling, and I'm really happy that I moved to that. So I'm just getting her tail done. You gonna sit? Good girl. Bri Bri doesn't usually sit when I groom her because she's a little nervous. But you're sitting for me today. Is that because you got so many people watching you? All right. So we're just about done. Everybody sees somebody outside, so they're all gonna go outside, and she thinks she's missing out. But you're not missing out. You're hanging out with us. Yeah. You're hanging out. Oh, thanks for the kisses. Thanks for the kisses, even though you're nervous, huh? Got a little bit on your chest, so we're gonna get that all done. Isn't she so pretty? She's a tri-colored Cavalier King Charles Spaniel, and she has really, really dark eyes. Our other Cavalier, Charlie, that you guys have all met, he was the model in my grooming video. He's our extremely anxious dog. He's got brown, like light brown eyes, and she's got these dark, dark eyes. And they're just, can you show them your beautiful eyes, Bri Bri? Can you show them? Oh, yeah. And when she gets super nervous, the whites show up because her eyes get really wide. And it's crazy because she's got such dark eyes. And then when she gets nervous, she looks crazy because she's got these big eyes that are popping out. All right, what do you think? So she has a little bit of pink paws. And the vet, I brought her to the vet about it because I'm like, I've had her for over a year now. I'm not sure why, she's not sitting in a cage anymore. She was rescued from a puppy mill. So, why would her paws be so pink still just in the front? And they said that when they come from puppy mills, they often need like a coping mechanism, something to self-soothe. And so she likes to lick her paws to kind of soothe. And so they've gotten a lot better. I don't really see her doing it very often. I do see her doing it once in a while. That said, just to kind of, unless it's really bothering me, which it doesn't bother me. I just wanted to make sure she didn't have any kind of yeast or anything like that. And they said, it's just because she's licking. Huh, are you licking? Yeah, no need to be nervous with us. You're in a good spot now. So Bri Bri almost died. She had some stillborn pups and her uterus ruptured. And I'm assuming that the puppy mill that had her didn't realize it. The rescue that got her was there to rescue some other dogs. The owner of this puppy mill had said, you can take that one over there. She is no use because she had stillborn pups today. They took one look at her and they were like, she doesn't look good. So they rushed her to the emergency vet. She had a ruptured uterus, so she almost passed away. So thankful for the rescue that I used to find her. It was a match made in heaven. We just love you, Bri Bri. Yes, we do. All right. They don't need that blow dryer, which can be a little bit nerve-wracking for them. And it also is drying on their skin. So I just kind of spend some time, and they actually like this extra kind of rubbing and attention. She looks a little bit nervous, but it's just her nature to be a little bit nervous. I just try and get them as kind of dry as I can. She's slipping off. You want to stay on this towel? It will help you so you don't slide. There you go. There you go. Would you like your treat now? Would you like that? I'm not even sure she knows what the word treat is yet. She just kind of usually follows whatever the other dogs are doing, but she'll know as I open this cabinet. You stay. So I showed you in the last video that they absolutely love these freeze-dried beef liver. All it has is beef liver in the ingredients, so I love that. And now you're seeing her little personality come out. Is this what you'd like, my friend? Oh my goodness. We're going to give her a couple little ones because she doesn't have a lot of teeth left either. Here you go, sweetie. There you go. Good job. Yeah? Should you like another small one? No, you can't put your whole nose in there. There you go. There you go. Good, now one more. Oh, good job, Ruby. Yeah, you look all pretty. You smell good. Well done. Yeah. So can we see, don't I look so pretty? Are you ready to go next? This is Molly. Oops. We gotta keep our. Hi. Hi. Molly's just excited. She was begging to come up here because she really, really likes treats. And so she was like, hey, I'd like to get in on some of that treat action. So I'm gonna grab her a new washcloth. Yeah, hi, sweetheart. Hi, sweetheart. You're such a good girl. Your eyes are relatively clean. Yeah, but this mouth isn't. Molly has 4 teeth, so her mouth is always kind of messy because she doesn't have a lot of teeth to keep that tongue in. She's got like a perpetually pink mouth because she usually has a snaggletooth these days. She's only got 4 teeth left. She had a situation where the bacteria in her mouth is kind of fighting against her teeth, is how the vet described it to me. These Cavaliers notoriously have bad teeth. I brush their teeth. I use a powder on their food, and you got to be careful with that because some of them are not good for them. Some of those water supplements are not really good for them either. This has really good ingredients, and so I feel confident in them. It doesn't seem to help. So I think we just are going to constantly have. The good news with Molly, she's only got 4 left. I don't think they're gonna, I'm hoping they don't remove all 4 of those because I don't know what happens. All right, I got to get these back feet. Can you lift your bottom? Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, I just need this one. Can I do your tail and your little bottom? Thank you. Charlie's watching me from the couch over there. He's like, I know I'm next. He's getting a little anxious. Molly's upstairs in the loft, or Bri Bri's upstairs in the loft, watching me from above. I think you're done. What do you think? His ears are a little bit wet, but not bad. Not bad at all. We didn't get you as wet as we got Bri Bri. Is this what you like? Yes, I would. Please, please. Okay, hold on. Let me find a little thin one for my little Molly. Oh, there you go. Find another thin one for you. Here's another thin one. Good job. Oh, Bri Bri's running down the stairs. She thinks she's going to get more of these. Good job. Oh, she's got the snaggle on the one side. It's still adorable, isn't it? Okay, let's see how many people remember this guy. Oh, it's Charlie. Oh, okay, thanks. Charlie has the most hair, and it's kind of curly and thick, so he's the hardest one to do, but we left him for last today because he was the main model last time, so we let Bri Bri be the main model this time. All right, Charlie, time for you to have your bath. Charlie's about done with this. Yeah, you know what's over there. You keep looking over at it. You're hardly even looking at the camera because you're focused on those treats, aren't you? Yeah, thanks for kisses, Charlie. Thanks for the kisses. Okay, Charlie, I think it's time. You know, Charlie has a good number of teeth, but he's had about 20 removed, so I think they have 40 some teeth. There you go. 2 for you. Good job, Charlie. You did a good job. All right, Cavaliers are done. I usually wipe down the faces of the big dogs and we call it a day. Good to see you. Say bye-bye, Charlie. Bye-bye. Enjoyed this video, I encourage you to click the like button and also subscribe to my channel because I do post new content on a weekly basis. So I look forward to seeing you in the next video. See you soon.